Yeah.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Dustin Wells, and I'm here to talk to you about the role of sports in people's lives. So I just want to take a second to talk about Paul Hogan basketball camps, because they played a big role in my life. So I was in 4th grade when I first went to one of his basketball camps. It was, it was one of the fall weekend day camps. It was coached by his own players. And I remember one of his players, Xander. He was 7 foot tall. He was 7 foot tall. He was from the Netherlands, and he had kind of like a deep, goofy voice like this. I thought it was so cool. And I remember 2 other players that coached me in later years, Kashim and Steven. And Coach Hogan would tell us about how Steven's he was the captain of the team. He would tell us about how he was so responsible, such a great teammate, a hard worker, committed, just a bunch of stuff you want to see out of a good leader. And one day he huddled us up, and he asked me who I thought the best player there was. And of course my intuition told me to pick Steven, but then Kashim started going, it's me, pick me. Not in a way that was egotistical, but more in a way where he was just being goofy. But his actions did influence me to pick him, even though I knew the correct answer was Steven. But I thought Kashim was really cool too, and I saw Steven as a great role model. Alright, yeah, so in these camps I had a lot of fun. Yes, that's me in the back. I also made a lot of friends. You can see Tommy there and Jordan in the back. They were one of the reasons I fell in love with sports, and sports have had a huge effect on my life. They provided me with things such as social connections, fitness, life skills such as communication, teamwork, hard work, leadership, learning through adversity. And they've taught me it's important to be a good role model and be a good example to others, to continue to promote those traits, as well as give back to your community and have fun. So why is it important to be a good role model? You can incite your peers and teammates to adopt a culture of team, hard work, and responsibility. You can also influence those that look up to you by inspiring them to work hard, as well as teaching them responsibility and discipline, and demonstrating teamwork, communication, commitment, dedication, etc. And in doing so, you will improve the lives of those around you. I've been coaching for Paul Hogan for 3 years now in an attempt to do so, and I also got the opportunity to do so this summer as part of my senior project while I was coaching tennis. And in these lessons, I saw one player in specific, Elizabeth. She was an elementary schooler. That's actually a letter from her mother. But I saw her improve in ways that go beyond the X's and O's of tennis. I saw her evolve from being, kind of timid and reserved, to blossoming into one of the more social and hardworking members of the group. And that's just the kind of effect sports can have on people. And it's a great example of personal improvement that is so important to pass down from generation to generation. It's also really important to give back to the community, because doing this will not only help others, but promote generosity and kindness. The boat community has given me so much, and my way of giving back was by providing an outlet for children to meet friends, learn a new skill, and have fun. And I also built a picnic table for use at the tennis courts for spectators or players resting after a practice or match. And as you can see there on the left, that's the old table, and it actually fell apart as we were moving it. And then that's the new table that I built on the right. I also donated $355 to the Boat Booster Club to use at their own discretion. And lastly, it's important to have fun. Sports are meant to be fun and entertaining. They're a good outlet for anger and aggression. They can help relieve stress, and they keep you happy and healthy. They also create positive social situations. For example, you make connections and establish friendships and bonds between teammates. You can spectate live events with friends and family, which is always fun. They can be the centerpiece for traditions such as the Super Bowl, NBA Christmas, Thanksgiving Day football, and they can also be cause for a lot of parties and celebrations, like championship parties or all-star festivities. Sports also have the power to act as a universal language to unite people of different nationalities. It can help foreign individuals adjust to the culture of a different country. It can also help fans empathize with other fans of different nationalities. And culture can also change within a nation. For example, Allen Iverson, you can see his appearance. You know, he has baggy clothing, cornrows, a bunch of tattoos. He's stepping over Tyronn Lue in a very disrespectful manner. He just has an overall arrogant appearance, and his popularity spread that kind of culture throughout the world. People started wearing baggy clothing, as you can see some of the guys there on the right, and even his opponents adopted some of those traits, like Tyronn Lue, he has the cornrows. So a couple other basketball players, Michael Jordan and LeBron James. They're generally regarded as the two best basketball players to ever play. And their contributions go way beyond the court, as they're great role models, they give back to the community, and they have fun. So Michael Jordan, for example, he's provided the world with a plethora of inspirational quotes, like the one you can see on the screen. He also recently donated $7 million to launch medical clinics in North Carolina, and he hosts an annual NJ's charity golf tournament. And he obviously has fun playing basketball. He's also involved in the social and cultural aspect of the world, as he's a popular meme. Some of you are probably familiar with that meme. Then LeBron. He's also another great role model. He never gets in fights or disputes or arguments. He doesn't do drugs. He's good to his family. He's not in the news so much as a parking ticket. He's very charitable, as he's the owner of the LeBron James Foundation, the LeBron James Charity, which gives to various charities, including in 2015, he gave $41 million to the University of Akron to use for scholarships, and he opened the I Promise School in Ohio for underprivileged youth. That's a picture of the opening of the school. He also has fun playing the game, obviously, and he's also heavily involved in the social and cultural aspect of sports, as his media presence has caused his Taco Tuesday videos to go viral. Hold on. It's not the end. All right. So these two men, they're great examples of major athletes that have had a great impact on the world. And they make the world a better place by being good role models, giving back to their community, and they have fun when they do it. That's all. Thanks for listening.